But let's get to this. House lawmakers, they are rolling back President Trump's tariffs on Canada. 6 Republicans broke ranks with their party to vote with nearly all Democrats to approve that move. The measure now heads to the Senate, where even if it clears, it can still be vetoed by the president. Now, before that vote even happened, President Trump sent a message to lawmakers saying any Republican in the House or the Senate that votes against tariffs will seriously suffer the consequences come election time. He went on to say in a separate post that Canada has taken advantage of the United States on trade for many years and that tariffs make a win for us easy. Republicans must keep it that way. Let's go live now to Washington and CBS News political reporter Zak Hudak. Zak, this is a rare pushback from Congress. So what more can you tell us about it?
Mugo, I think the big takeaway from this is that the tariffs have become politically perilous for Republicans in certain battleground districts. And the way this will likely play out now, we will see this go to the Senate, and the Senate showed in the fall that there's an appetite in that chamber to rebuke President Trump on his tariffs. A very small margin with that appetite, but there is an appetite for that. So the result will be this bill is going to end up going to the president's desk, and he will have to veto it. And Democrats have lined up another 3 similar bills. And each time that happens, that's politically damaging to Republicans. It shows that they are not in unison and shows that some of them are feeling forced to put a check on the president, all of which, both for those members who are voting against the president and for those supporting the president, it is not good for them come midterm season this fall.
And Zach, while we have you here, we hear there's an update in that situation where some Democratic governors were excluded from what's typically a bipartisan meeting at the White House. What's the latest on that?
Well, the latest is that, according to President Trump, they have all been invited, except if we look at his Truth Social post, he is singling out 2 of them. That is Governor Wes Moore of Maryland and Governor Jared Polis of Colorado. In the case of Wes Moore, we can look to a few things that we know have caused a rift between him and the president. The president has claimed that at a Army-Navy game in 2024, Wes Moore told him he is the greatest president of all time. That's something Wes Moore has repeatedly said at his own events is a lie. He said it's an imaginary conversation that has apparently irked the president a bit. We've also heard Wes Moore talk a lot about the way he would push back if there is a federal presence sent to Baltimore. And I think that has angered the president. And I think in the case of the Colorado governor, I think the president is, as he points out in that post, upset that there's an election worker, a Republican election worker, who was convicted of charges related to a voter data scheme in 2020. The president has pardoned her of her federal charges, but she's still being held because of the state charges. That pardon has nothing to do with her state charges. And I think that's the source of the anger the president has toward these 2. But it is, frankly, unprecedented to be excluding some of these governors, because it really is a bipartisan event and an opportunity for the president to get face time with these governors who, one way or another, he ends up having to work with.
Yeah, regardless of party lines there. Zak Hudak, thank you so much for your time today.